Hello, welcome to Dundros Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today for, oh wait, we're not doing a theme right now. I almost said horror Halloween month, but that's not for like another week or so. Yeah, today we're reviewing the third film in our like Rob Zombie marathon, Three from Hell, which is obviously written and directed by Rob Zombie. Came out in 2019. It's his latest film. Which I thought 31 was his latest film, but I got mixed up, I guess. The film stars Sherri Moon Zombie as Baby, Bill Moseley as Otis Driftwood, Richard Blake as they're not saying his character's name, but he was the Midnight Wolfman, who's like a secret half brother that just came out of nowhere. You got Daniel Phillips as the warden. Clint Howard is in the film, right? In one scene. Danny Trejo's in like one scene. Sid Haig is back, but not for too long, right? And also they got Bill Oberst Jr., who was in the Devil's Rejects, is back, but he's playing like a different character. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. So the film is pretty much, except for the prison break, which they pretty much glossed over in the film. Probably because I think this film had a lower budget because it was produced by Savan Films with Lionsgate, and the movie only made like $2.20 million. So I think this film had probably a lower budget, right? So what the story is about is basically our three main characters from the last film survived their epic shootout with the police. Some fucking how. They were shot like 20 times each or something like that. Survived somehow, recuperated, right? And they go to prison, and then they're made celebrities, right? They were talking with the news saying how they're getting railroaded, that they didn't do nothing, which we all know that's bullshit. They get Sid Haig's character, Captain Spaulding, gets the lethal injection, even though he's probably the least bad one out of the three. And the other two get life in prison, right? And Otis B. Driftwood, who's on a prison work detail, sees Danny Trejo's character Rondo, who was one of the two hitmen from the last film, kills him and gets rescued by his half brother, played by what's his name? Oh, I fucking forgot. Richard Blake. Yeah, I almost said William Blake, the author. Richard Blake, from the star of 31, which we're going to review in October, right? Who's called the Midnight Wolfman. I think is a reference of the Sacramento Wolfman, who was this crazy fucker who, I think, I might have made the Sacramento one. Somewhere in California, there was this crazy guy, I think in the 60s or 70s, who thought he was a werewolf going around killing and eating people, right? And sexually assaulting women. And it's a fucking thing where he killed like a fucking, before he did any killings of people, he was found naked, covered in blood by the police, right? And when it was found out that it was cow's blood, they let him go. And it's like, even though they found a dead cow, shouldn't they fucking put him in prison for killing somebody's cow? Because cows are like, whatever, right? I'm just saying, that was, if they had locked up that guy early, they could have saved some lives, right? Yeah, I saw a doc on him on BitChute. Yeah, so what happens? The Midnight Wolfman's character rescues rescues Otis, and they come up with a plan to rescue Baby, who's in prison, in a female prison, right? Who it's implied is under lock and key by this, like, her special guard who's like a lesbian who has like a hate boner for Baby, right? Who Baby constantly taunts her, constantly taunts her, and then like there's like a scene where like she's talking to the warden about like rescuing this kitty that's like in the prison, and then you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? Apparently, in her like when she's alone at night in her jail cell, she sees this, like, she has these weird visions of this a dancer doing like a ballet thing with a cat mask. So she's like the batshit crazy like most of the film until like the very end, right? So like our characters go on, murder rampage, right? Through America, and they decide, okay, let's go to Mexico, right? Because nobody's gonna look for us in Mexico there, not totally forgetting that they killed like a Mexican hitman who brother apparently runs this luchador mask wearing cartel gang called the Black Satans, right? So they despite not knowing any Spanish, they go to Mexico, find this one hotel that's run by an American with an eye patch wearing dwarf that works for him, who develops a crush for Baby, right? Which their romance was kind of funny, right? And like the American dude sells him out to a luchador mask wearing cartel members, and you have this epic shootout at the end, and two of our characters gets captured, and Otis B. Driftwood has to have a machete fight with this tall Mexican dude to save his family, right? And then the movie ends with our characters just walking away. So sorry, I didn't spoil the whole movie, but like I pretty much So what things I liked about the film? That's the thing. Well, okay, the movie's like almost 2 hours. They're trying to do this epic, 70s style horror film. I thought that was cool. I really liked the music. I liked the characters. I liked the scene where like on Halloween they're staying at a motel and Sean Whalen is dressed up. Sean Whalen, who's kind of like a horror icon, I guess. He was in People Under the Stairs and stuff like that. Sean Whalen is in the film, and he's like this like depressed like dude, like hanging around with like this, wearing like this Mexican outfit, and like Baby starts to fuck with him, starts flirting with him, and he just immediately is like, ugh, how much? Because he's just defeated. It's like, oh, this kind of hot girl is flirting with me. Like, oh, she must be a hooker. It turns out she wasn't a hooker, but she wants. He realizes that he says like, oh, you look like that one girl with that one serial killer on TV, and Baby's just like, oh, that's me, right? And immediately takes out a knife and like like it kills him off screen. Kills him off screen. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I like the Midnight Wolfman character. I thought he was funny in the film. There's like a funny scene where these two bounty hunters get the drop on him, right? And he's like distracting the one dude by like talking about titties and whatnot, and then like Otis B. Driftwood like pops out of nowhere, blows his head off, right? Which I thought that was like a funny scene, right? Yeah, I kind of. It was nice to see the gang back together in this, like this new character, who's like a mysterious half brother, who we don't even know, like nobody we didn't even know about in the last two films. Just mysteriously, like uh, just popped out of nowhere, which I guess is better than you just had Captain Spaulding, who I think it was already. Is he still alive? I thought I heard he died. Right. Which I prefer I thought it was a good idea to replace Captain Spaulding with a different character because having like a 80 something year old man as part of the group again would have been oh, he's still alive. He's yeah, he's still alive. Oh no, he died. He died 2019. Okay, so he was probably sick. He died at age 80. Oh, okay. So he's been dead for like 2 years. Yeah, so I thought it was a good choice to um, replace that character. Also, having the movie, having the finale of the film end Mexico, having Mexican standoffs, like really gave because the last film had like this wet kind of quasi western feel to it, and you it's like that western feel is back again, right? In this film, right? And there were some funny moments, but now to go into my dislikes of the film, right? I thought the cinematography wasn't as good as the last films. This film feels pretty cheap at times, right? Where you have machine guns in the film that look fake as fuck. There was also CGI blood splatter, if I'm not mistaken. At least it looked like CGI blood splatter to me. And yeah, there was the machete fight, which I thought concept wise was good. The cinematography and the way they shot was pretty bad, right? Yeah. Also, yeah. Also, I thought Otis has a bit of a beer gut in this film, which I think in the first two films he had like a six pack, if I'm not mistaken. Here he is a bit of a beer belly. Thought it would have been nice, if he had did some sit ups or something, man. But I get it, he's you're old and you want to work out and shit. Yeah, so yeah, I thought that was the beer belly was a bit distracting, right? Oh, and also, yeah, the movie, like I said, comes off cheap at times. Yeah, but overall, I felt the film was was a little bit of a rehash of the last film. You even have the vengeful relative character. Well, in the second film it was like a brother. In this film, it was like the son, right? Which I don't know if Danny Trejo is young and is old enough to have a 40-something-year-old son. Maybe he is that old. I don't know, man. Well, actually, he's 70, isn't he? How old is Danny Trejo? He's 77. Oh fuck. Okay, I guess he is old enough to have to have a 40-year-old son, I guess. Okay. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Right. Though I kind of think it's a little weird. The guy's father was was a hitman who was running around with this redneck living in a trailer park, and his son is this successful cartel guy in Mexico. That was a little weird, but whatever, it's fine. Overall, I thought the movie was good, though there was one scene where they get back from the prison, which they totally skipped the baby prison break scene pretty much, or where they just show her putting on a prison guard outfit with the warden, and I guess he somehow got her out, right? And then like you have this weird scene where they get back, and then like you see like this, you see like three different scenes of them killing the warden and his like family and the other hostages, right? Which like dude, like what is up with that? Like, I mean, you get to see it from different angles and whatnot, but it was like, what the fuck? You're showing us the same, practically the same scene out of sequence over, like, over and over again. It's like, what the fuck, right? And yeah, the budget for this movie totally shows, right? Yeah. But overall, I thought the movie was a good film, and I'm giving it like a 6.5 out of 10. You had good music, you had good actors, like Richard Blake. Fuck, I forget the other guy. Bill Moseley, but Bill Moseley is great. Having Sherri Moon Zombie be the craziest of the killers in this film I thought was an interesting choice. And the whole like she steals like the Native American headdress and like the bow and arrows from the warden's family. That was and like use them like to kill like the luchador cartel members at the end. That I thought that was funny. And you got a lot of cool kills with the bow and arrow, right? Which looked like it had very weak like draw strength. So she literally shoots one guy in the head and he's still alive, so she has to shoot him like a second time, right? Yeah, and the whole Mexican scene, the whole Mexico scene was good. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it for this review, guys. If you want more Rob Zombie content on the channel, I have a commentary track for Lords of Salem, which was a 2013 Rob Zombie film that I'm gonna upload on the channel that I did a while ago, but I never got around to uploading it. I will upload it like on Saturday, right? And then like I said, we'll review 31 in October. And I think for Halloween, I'm going to record I'll do it the night before Halloween, where I'll record like a track. Well, I'll do like commentary reaction for Rob Zombie's Halloween. Maybe 1 and 2, but like if no, we'll just do 1, because if I did 1 and 2, it would be like, it would take fucking forever to process on my fucking shit computer. Yeah, so that's it for this review, guys. Peace.